Speaking of Gabe, meanwhile, back home, was there anything specific you wanted to do back home? If not, I have something
Uh,
planned. Okay.
a little bit. I wanted to use a hero point for something really
Sure.
fun.
Sure.
So, the hero point is to pull something. Let's say he has already made something in his past. He already has it, and he goes back to Raph, and he goes, Raph,
Hey, Dad. Didn't we just talk
here,
already?
and he chucks him a bottle of cologne.
He looks at it and he says, "Thanks.
He goes, it's
Are
your
you saying I smell bad, Dad? Thanks a
no, no,
lot."
no. You were saying you were having trouble, so I'm gonna give you one of my secrets.
Cologne?
It is a enchanted cologne. When
Enchanted cologne. This piques
yes,
his interest.
what it does is the smell differs from person to person. It is their smell that they enjoy the most.
Did you use this on Mom?
Oh no, I no, no, no. I used it because I didn't like the smell of all the other colognes, but your mom said I had to go out and wear something nice. So I made this.
Hmm.
I have a whole
He'll
batch of it. So
he'll give it a smell, and then it says it smells like chocolate covered cherries.
the smell you like the most.
I do love chocolate covered cherries. He smells it. So you're saying this smells differently to other people?
Yes. Put just a little bit here and there, and it's the perfect scent.
I have to admit that this is actually kind of cool. Have you never decided to sell this?
Oh no, I just made it for myself and just kept it in the lab.
All right. So what? I just spray it on myself and then all of a sudden people are just going to randomly want to sniff me?
No, no,
That's a
no.
little creepy.
No, no, no. Just put a little bit here and there. They'll smell it. It's a good conversation starter. If someone asks, "Oh, what kind of cologne is it?" You can tell them. It's it's just a start. It's just to help you out, and I guarantee you can do the rest.
So what is it called? Stoll 95 by Gabriel?
How would you guess the number?
I can see like Ave doing a commercial. Stoll 95 by Gabrielle.
So he goes, and don't worry, I have a whole bunch, but don't put too much on it. It's very powerful smell. Just a little
Okay.
bit, just for the hint of
We
the.
need okay. Out of character, so you need to contact Joey after this and tell him he needs to record himself doing
Nice.
doing one of those perfume or cologne commercials.
I feel like another thing that got Gabe rich is he just made something, gave it to someone, goes, ah, just give me royalties, and it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Thanks, Dad. I think I can I think I can put this to good use.
No problem. He gives him a little smile. Also, if you see Perez and Cade here, and I don't meet them, tell me.
Uh
Something's happening. I don't know.
sure.
Like,
Thanks again, Dad. I'll
no
give
problem.
this a try.
You can go out and
And yeah, you'll go out and I think that I mean I'll say that Ariel is just cleaning up the kitchen and she's gonna say, "So, what time are you gonna go visit Seymour?"
um should be soon. The issue is I don't know where the others are. Perez kind of just ran out, and I didn't follow because it felt like I don't know. It felt like something very personal. Sometimes you need space.
Hmm. I have no idea, but uh, I guess do you not want to just go by yourself?
I mean, let me text them. And is this in the middle of their thing?
This is probably in the middle of their thing.
Okay.
So,
I'll be like, guys, because it's getting very late, right? It's
no.
no.
No. I mean, it's it, I think that Forrest rushed out shortly after breakfast,
Yeah.
so it's probably
Be
not
like,
quite lunch yet, or maybe it is around lunchtime.
hey guys, are we still gonna go Seymour today? If not, I can just go ahead and start without you guys.
Yeah, I'm still planning on seeing him. ETA 45 minutes.
Okay.
I'll activate Allegro.
Yeah.
ETA
Uh,
5 minutes.
I don't know what's happening with for us, but I understand sometimes you need to sit back and think. Actually, funny enough, my dad told me about my mom.
Really? That's pretty huge. So who is
Yeah.
your mom? And why has
Uh,
she been MIA this whole time?
he goes, well, her name's Serena.
That's a pretty name.
Oh, yeah, and apparently, well, she is an angel, like he said, an angel
Hmm.
of death.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't imagine that that's popular amongst the angel circles necessarily.
I wish I knew. Apparently, she did something, and she can't contact us.
So does that mean that you inherently assist people cross over? How does this work exactly?
I don't know. No one's close to me's died. I don't even know how my dad. Apparently, she liked my dad, showed herself to my dad, and well,
So why is she not why has she not contacted you this whole time?
apparently she did something she's not supposed to. It kind of got her in trouble, so she can't really contact us.
What did she do?
She, like I said, we can keep it between us. I trust you, but apparently she traded my dad's life for someone else's to keep him going.
So she killed someone?
Apparently, some serial killer killed children
Wow.
or something.
Killed children?
That's apparently what the serial killer did. So
Wow. That's that's quite a family history, Gabriel.
yeah. Apparently, according to my dad, she figured if she was going to trade his life for someone else's, it should be someone who doesn't deserve it. But
She'll take a hold of your hand in a friendly manner.
yeah,
In a friendly manner. She'll say, so how do you feel about all this?
I I'm glad because my dad finally told me, and I spent so much time just thinking she didn't care, which is not the case. But it's really hard to explain. I can't be completely mad with her actions, but I can't completely condone them.
Hmm. Well, if you want to talk about it any further, I'm here for you, Gabe.
Thank,
But I'm glad to know that you finally learned the truth.
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's our kids' histories too. That means they're 1/4 angel of death.
While you're having this conversation, at the corner of your eye, you see this shadowy figure float across the kitchen.
Uh,
Doesn't seem like Ariel noticed it.
did you notice a shadow figure?
She'll look towards it. Roll a perception roll.
Oh boy, oh boy. I'm better at. I'm much better at investigation, but yeah, I think my perception is 6. Yeah,
6.
yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna get a good look at it, but you clearly can see what direction it went.
Oh, hold on, and he's gonna follow where it's kind of going.
Okay. You'll follow the shadowy figure, and it actually goes to Forrest's room. And once you go into Forest's rooms, it's just kind of hovering over where Forest's bed is. It appears to be a old dragonborn.
Do I see Forrest's grandfather, or do I recognize him?
It is Nathaniel Bosk. But he is blurry and shadowy and
Are you Forrest's
transparent.
grandfather?
Forrest's grandfather turns to your direction. He's got a very sad look on his face. And he responds by staring towards your direction.
Hi, I know your grandchild. My name's Gabe. Holds out his hand for the shadow.
He will continue looking at you. You can sense he heard you, but he doesn't respond. You almost feel like he can't respond, at least not verbally.
Can you move your hands? Do you know sign language?
He'll shake his head.
Are you here to see Forrest?
He shakes his head. And then he'll point at you.
Me? And Gabe's like, me? Like, why? Why?
We'll be visited by 3 ghosts.
He will float towards you and he'll just point at your chest. Into your chest. You don't feel anything. It just points into your chest. Roll insight.
Oh boy. Gabe's like, I'm bad at reading people. I'm sorry, man. Hold on. 17.
Okay. He feels like you are supposed to point him somewhere. You're supposed to guide him in a direction. And he's waiting for you to decide what direction he's going.
Oh.
Angel of Death.
Oh.
No pressure.
Oh boy. You need me to choose where you go?
He's gonna nod.
Oh boy. Am I the only one who can see you?
Dad, are you okay? You'll hear Angie call from behind you. Are you talking to yourself?
No, I'm seeing.
I
think I'm seeing the ghost of Forrest's dead grandfather.
Okay. Who are you? She says, I think you are possessing my dad, whoever you are.
It's me. I think this has to do with something with your grandmother.
We don't know our grandmother, Dad.
I just found out a couple of days ago that she is an angel of death.
She turns white at that. Angel of death?
Yeah. And now I think a spirit's asking me to take it to the other side.
You can do that?
I don't know. Sorry.
Why didn't this happen before then?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm friends with Forrest. Maybe they're outsourcing. I don't know.
Well, what are you gonna do? What are you? You just point them to a direction? What are you gonna? Isn't that what angels of death are supposed to do? They're supposed to guide them to the next life or whatever. I think that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. How do I? Oh my God! There's no manual for this.
Right now, it looks like at this point, Nathaniel is pleading. It looks like he's pleading to you, and he's just pointing all around him. He just and he's just pointing at the spot where he is.
You want to stay? Don't you?
And he's pleading you.
You know, Even if I save you now, it's gonna happen.
He looks very disappointed. And then, do you say anything else?
He goes, I understand not wanting to leave, especially when you have people you love. But Nathaniel Bosk, this is not the end. Death is not the end. It is only the new beginning.
He will absorb everything you said, and as soon as you say it, it seems to like rejuvenate him. It seems to have caused him to have a new perspective of things, or re-energize him, or whatever. And he looks a little bit more calmer and more like positive about things. And after you say that, he will drift to the wall and just disappear out of sight. What just happened?
I don't know. Do I feel like I did my job? Is there like a feeling in the air?
You feel like roll another insight. Roll another insight.
Oh, a magic check? No.
No,
Yeah.
an insight. No.
4? No.
4. Okay, you're like, oh yeah, I did my job.
Okay,
Like, go me.
I think I did my job. I don't know.
So what's gonna happen now, Dad? Are people who died just gonna line up at your door and just tell you which direction they're going?
I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. He's gonna call his dad.
Michael Stoll,
Dad,
son, what's wrong?
I think a soul came to me to ask me to send it to the other side.
Well, that's different. What did you say? What did you do?
He was pleading for me. He was pleading me to keep him around. So I told him that he shouldn't be afraid and that the death's only a start of a new beginning. And then he just faded into the wall. I think I did my job. I don't know. Did Mom say anything?
I don't know much about the ways of the angels. There's a lot she wasn't allowed to tell me, even as her spouse. So I honestly have no clue, son. I have no idea. Did it feel like you did your job?
I mean, it seemed like it. It seemed like it. I can't tell. It at least seemed like he was.
And this is the
intimidated.
first time it's happened.
Yes.
I'm stumped, son. I wish I had answers for you, but again, I don't have a connection to the celestial plane. I don't have answers for you.
Like I said, the only connection I know is that this was Forest's grandfather. So
Maybe that's why. Maybe because this particular spirit had some connection to you, even if it wasn't directly.
oh boy. Okay. Oh man, that's why Forest is. Okay. Thank you, Dad. I just wanted to see if you knew anything, because I don't know anything.
Well, I apologize, son. It seems like there's a new responsibility that's been plopped onto your lap. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you, Dad. Love ya.
He'll hang up.
Gabe looks. He goes. Gabe's looking like, I hope I did my job right.
So wait, does that mean me and Raphael have to do this too?
I don't know. I'm only half Angel of Death. Your guy's only 1/4. I don't know how that works.
Great. So the responsibility of dead souls is going to be on me and You want Raphael deciding where people are going?
Look, Raphael's still young. He can mature, as long as it's not like the knave who is soul.
Why is our family so weird?
I don't know.
Well, hopefully this doesn't happen very often. because I think I would be really creeped out if ghosts started visiting me and asking me to point to a direction.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, this like I said, this means that's what was rushing out for.
I can imagine Forrest is going to need some time and maybe some support if that's the case.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna wait for them. And Gabe is just gonna kind of sit down and be like, "Oh my god."
Okay. That's when Cade and Forrest and Viridian, I presume, also will arrive at the house. Viridian's going to go over to the kitchen and maybe make Forrest some tea, some like chamomile tea or something comforting.
For us, you kind of gotta talk.
Forrest has a lot going on in his mind right now. He's not in a good place.
I just met their grandfather.
I appreciate what you're doing, V, but I can speak for myself.
All right, I will just continue brewing tea.
Yeah, for us, I kind of just saw your grandfather.
And?
Okay, to put this story, make a long story short, my mom's an angel of death. And for the first time, I saw a soul asking me to choose where it can go. And it was your grandfather.
Doesn't necessarily surprise me.
He was asking to stay.
I would guess.
But I told him not to be afraid and that death is just the beginning of something new. And he kind of just drifted into the wall. I don't know if I did my job right. If I feel like I did my job right, but I don't. This is new.
You say he said he wanted to stay. What exactly does staying mean?
I don't know. Maybe it means he wakes up back in his body, or maybe the soul stays. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, the body's gone.
Oh, all I know is I talked to him and he seemed like he got more energized, but I'm not that good at reading people, and I don't. And this is my first time doing this death stuff.
I'm not very well versed about angels or religious things, but I believe I at least learned that angels of death don't typically have the ability to resurrect people. They're supposed to be guides. They don't think have power over bringing people back to life necessarily. I could be
Well,
wrong.
Possibly prolong it.
I mean,
Possibly.
I know there's way. I know technically there are ways for them to do stuff.
I
Like-
mean, you've heard old stories from ages bygone of banshees and terrible fiends and ghosts that they've died in the real world and their spirits can't pass. So maybe he's still around, or maybe that's what he was wanting.
I'm sorry first. I wish I could have helped more. This is the
You don't
first
have to
time.
apologize to me.
And Legacy just goes kind of quiet for a moment.
You said though that he left you in high spirits though? No pun intended.
Yeah. He looked like he was really down and he was begging. And then I talked to him and he seemed like he was in a brighter mood. I don't know if that
Well,
means,
that's good, right? That's a good thing.
hopefully.
That means he probably got what he wanted.
Maybe he accepted death. Who knows?
I don't know.
I hope so, because
He's not one to accept death, from what I've learned. But we'll pass that bridge when it comes to it. If it comes to it.
I also did some studying, and I'm pretty sure Phoebe is a gelatinous ooze.
Yeah, we talked about it over the phone.
Yeah. So their
It's just-
name is Meba, and they just want to, like, the thing basically said, like, we just want to live our life. Right? What was the thing? It was like, it basically it wanted to live its life and not be like hunted.
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
Is it still here?
Yeah, I have it in the lab. I don't know how much, and it doesn't know anything about the mind reading, about the mind control. I don't know how much I can trust this. This used to be a piece of someone.
It didn't try anything when it was on me.
Yeah. Like I said, I could still be lying, but I don't know. I'm not that good on inciting people.
I am.
But first, I think we should go talk to Seymour about this mind reading stuff.
Yeah, I was
If you're
wondering
still-
when we'd get to that.
If you're still up to it.
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to spend a couple minutes just catching everyone up. I want B to know about our job going to the Vita compound, and that's what she's been hired for specifically. I want to inform Gabe that his father is connected into this with Dr. Kemper, with Nathaniel, and so on. Just kind of get us all on the same page with all the information we've learned.
Dad's connected to them for what?
Here's what I've gathered so far. I think what we've learned about Nathaniel and Dr. Kemper was they're doing something to prolong life. Your father was involved. We need to gather information. So at some point, we're going to need to talk to your father.
Great.
We're also going to need to investigate Dr. Kemper.
I mean, I got his number. If we want to talk to him.
Talk to Dr. Kemper. There's about nothing in the world I'd prefer to do less than that.
I'll do it.
Sure, but let's wait a day at least. Let's take care of what we have today. And
wasn't planning on doing it today.
Okay.
I'm dying to meet him.
Is someone mixing drinks? I smell tequila mixed with catnip and a squeeze of lemon. And then at that point, Raphael passes by. And as he's passing by, Viridian like follows him. And she looks very like, it's almost like she's seeing Raphael for the very first time. She's gonna like walk over towards Raphael. Raphael's just minding his own business. He probably goes to the fridge to like grab an apple or something from the fridge, sees that all the apples are gone because Cade's already has made so many apple dumplings. There's no apples left. And
I smell a tinker's workshop with apple fritters.
So you're kind of like, the smell seems to be coming from somewhere in this room. Viridian, she just naturally walks over towards Raphael and she says, "What are you looking for? Anything I can help with?" "I was just looking for a snack." "Oh, a snack, you say?" She licks her lips. Are you looking for something to limble on, or are you feeling thirsty?" She asks. At this point, Raphael looks at Viridian and he's like, either. "You want some tea?" She says. She holds it up. Raphael looks really like uncomfortable.
How old is Viridian, by the way?
Viridian's probably she's a little bit older than Cade, right? A few years older, so probably in her 20s, maybe mid-20s. Maybe.
Look, it's better than what Raph's flirting with right now.
Go ahead and date this cat burglar. This cat burglar chick. Go ahead.
I feel like Gabe's not realizing that like they're flirting.
Yeah,
like Gabe's
you're
like,
completely oblivious. Yeah, I'm just gonna go out and grab something at the store. Bye. And Raphael just kind of leaves.
get some more angel nectar. I heard there's a new flavor out.
Okay. He rushes out and then slams the door behind him.
There's a ghost of a smile that comes to Forrest's face when Raphael passes them, but they don't say anything.
Huh. It's gone. Now I really need a tequila. I think I'm gonna go in the kitchen and make some. And she's gonna go over looking. It's like, do you have a liquor cabinet or anything?
Nope, no alcohol at all. Gabe does not drink.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right. She'll say, nothing.
Try this. And he pulls out like a bottle of angel nectar.
She looks towards Cade. She'll give it a little bit of a sniff.
If you value your teeth.
She says, thanks, thank you, she says, and she'll just like when Gabe's not looking, she'll like pour it like in a plant or something. She'll pour it in a potted plant.
My teeth
the plant immediately wilts.
Yeah, the plant starts
every day.
All of the sugar is like through osmosis sucking the water out of the plant, just absorbing everything. The plant just goes like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I drink this every day and my teeth are so pure. My teeth are so good. No cavities.
Gabe, you're gonna
I believe him.
Gabe, you're now going to suddenly see a shadowy figure of a plant in front of you. What do you do? It looks a lot like the plant that's in your kitchen.
You're good to go to plant heaven? Or
the plant will, you'll then see the plant rise up into the sky. Gabe has turned out to be the weirdest character. He can talk to machines, he can talk to objects, he can drink oodles of sugar without getting cavities, and then he can send plants to plant heaven. I mean,
plot twist. We're all insane in an asylum.
I don't think you saw this coming when you created Gabriel's character. Anyway, continue on.
The plot twist is we've all been dead. And
Gabe is just talking to dead people this whole time.
I see dead people. They're all dead people. All right, so you're all going to go to Seymour.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's going to be the last thing I wanted to do today, is for you all to go to Seymour.
Makes sense.
All right. Okay, because I think there's plenty of things that Joey's missed today. I don't want it to miss too much more. Well, okay. So you're all going.
Reveals.
Yes, Viridian is going to say, "Is this friend of yours in jail?"
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't feel very comfortable being anywhere near a prison or a jailhouse. So why don't I do a bit of reconnaissance at the Vita compound, get an idea of the weak points? If we were to break in, what would be the best way? And that'll be probably the best use of my time.
Sounds good. Be careful. There's a brainwashing entity in there. Don't get brainwashed.
That's a good point.
Here's the code word. I can leave Vita. That's the code word.
I can leave Vita. Okay. I will try to do it from a distance. I have some ways to be able to observe some things from afar. Good idea. And with that, Viridian will head out.
They're called binoculars. I don't know why she was being so mysterious about it.
Well, sure. She'll probably ask, like, do you have a tracker for her?
Yeah.
She'll take a tracker just in case. Just in case. All right. So, you're going to go over to the prison.
Earpiece too.
Sure. You'll go over to the prison and they'll take you to a room where you can, talk to people. There's probably like the phones or something, something along those lines. And we'll say that there can be you can both share a phone or something. I don't know. And yeah, I'm gonna say that Seymour will be in his jumpsuit, his orange jumpsuit or whatever, and he's gonna say, "Oh, I absolutely despise the color orange. It doesn't go with my skin complexion at all." As an orc, orange and green are probably not like the best combination, but out of character, my favorite is orange. So my favorite color is orange. But anyway,
Oh, you look fine.
I think I'd prefer it to black and white stripes, though.
that's true.
He's right. It doesn't work.
Well, I appreciate you coming to visit me. Thank you very much, by the way, Mr. Stoll, for sending your wife over. We had a very good conversation.
Ex-wife.
Oh, ex-wife.
Yes.
I see. My apologies. I'm so
That's all
sorry.
right.
She seemed to be a lovely lady, or is she a lovely lady? Do we still like the lovely lady? Are we on good terms with the lovely lady?
We are on talking terms and all right terms, so yes.
So, what is this about? I've pretty much said everything to Ariel about my side of this whole fiasco.
We more have to talk to you because you're a mentalist, correct?
Yes, but I have been out of practice for a while.
What do you know about mind control?
I know quite a bit about mind control. Something that I adamantly am totally against, except for the most extreme cases.
Can you undo it?
I have the ability to nullify its effects, yes. I also have the ability to help protect or shield one's mind from compulsion. But it's been a while since I've had to do something like that. I'm a little out of practice, like I
How
said.
many people at a time?
Depends on how strong-willed they are from the beginning. On the average person, depending on an average will, I would say 4 or 5 people at once.
I won't need it.
Vivian will.
Well, I suppose if I want to be useful instead of just being me, it could be helpful, because I have to kind of concentrate on focusing on that for myself, and if it drops, then
What we could do is we could attempt to do it to all of us, and if we need to -1, you could be the first one that we take it away from if we have to.
I'd be fine if I, regardless if it does or not. But the problem isn't that we need protection. The problem is that we have a friend who has been controlled.
So maybe if we can get Seymour in there with us.
Or get him here, but that's the problem. He doesn't want to leave.
There's just one problem, though. And with
You're
that,
behind the glass.
not only that, he sort of pulls down his collar and he shows that there's something like around his neck. For everyone's safety, this is supposed to be blocking my mental powers, my mentalism powers. In order for me to provide that protection, this has to be removed. And right now, I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
What kind of time frame are we looking at for you to get bail and to get that collar off?
Thanks to Ariel, she says she could probably help get bail within the next day or 2. So not too long.
That's probably what we should work around then. We could plan the Vita compound break-in to line up with having Seymour, Jennifer, and Vivian all there with us.
Oh, hello.
Okay, go with Daddy, bro. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Precious.
What? So, have you ever heard of the Live in La Vida, Seymour?
Isn't that a catchy song that a lot of people were obsessed over for some time? That takes me back.
No.
Yeah, they bought the royalties so they could use it in their commercials.
It's So there's a complex where people can play the game with the real bodies, and in a place where they can. And some people live there as their characters.
Interesting. That sounds a little creepy to me, but very well. Whatever people want to do with their free time.
I would agree with you, but there's an entity or something there that's compelling the people to want to stay there. And anyone who is not hooked up to not notice any of the strange phenomena going on.
I see. So your plan is to get to the bottom of it, then?
Yes.
Sensational. Well, like I said, if mind protection is what you want, I can offer to you once I'm out of here on bail. That shouldn't be a problem.
1 to 2 days, so we could use these 1 to 2 days to investigate, follow the leads on the gentleman connections. Afterwards, Seymour gets bail. We take him to Vita for investigation, and Seymour, this will clear your name if all goes well. So,
yes. In order for me to provide the protection, the subjects would have to remain in relative proximity of me.
which means you're coming with us.
That is correct.
Okay. So it sounds like we can't do the Vita break-in for a couple days, so let's use this time to follow up with our investigation.
Maybe we can convince Jacob to give us a pass.
Maybe I can build some things to help us out. I can make some artifacts.
Or maybe we just bust him out.
Too bad you're not possessed by Chrono. You could have just popped in and...
Yeah, I mean, I was considering that, but considering it's a day or two, I don't think it's worth the risk. It's probably better just to wait it out.
Yeah. But... Seymour, do you know what could be doing this? I don't know if you have a knowledge of creatures with such mental capabilities, because I assume... Because one guy is still being kind of controlled outside of the complex.
That type of mental control power is very rare.
It's more like the moment they start bringing it up, I think
there seems to be two types of effects. Some people who interact with them, if they have like a Vita character, they're compelled to stay. But if they don't have a Vita character, they're compelled to leave and not think anything of it.
I was somewhat affected by it. Like, I have a Vita character, but it didn't ask me to really stay. It was kind of just having me ignore everything. It's like it knows the kind of thing that the person needs.
Yeah, it's not like a one and done. It's something that can adapt to who is being controlled, sort of thing. I think. I don't know. I'm not good at my stuff. Well, I've got some, but I'm not a mentalist. I don't.
Psionic abilities can appear on virtually any sentient creature or any sentient race, but the ones that are particularly attuned to them and have the greatest innate ability to possess psionic abilities include Thrice Kreens, Githyanki, Githzerai, even dragons, gem dragons, Yanti. But some of the most powerful ones, if you're telling me that this is something that can go beyond the compound itself into other parts of this city, one of the most powerful ones are mind flayers. I think that whatever you decide to do in that compound, you need to somehow find the source and destroy it.
I think we know about where the source is, but we don't know where precisely it is, right? Because it was the temple.
If you can get me in there, I can probably sense where this mind control is coming from. But I have to warn you, I'm not a very physically combative person, so...
I know. Neither am I.
We might need to have somebody or some people designated to be extra muscle as necessary.
Well, you could make a Vita character.
I don't know. That's...
I
this
mean,
whole
you have to make a
virtual-
Vita character to go in there anyway.
What would I make? I'm already as sensational as it is in real life. Why would I want to create a new character that isn't real?
Well, you could create something that's strong and good in a fight, like you were worrying about. And I got something that's strong and good in a fight. Well, they're fast and good in a fight.
Are they going to take my credit card information?
Yes.
Probably.
Gabe and I
They
could
wouldn't-
finish Bobo in the next couple days. Bobo could be our muscle.
Sorry? Who could be our muscle?
Bobo.
Bobo.
I'm almost done, Gabe. I just kind of need you to put on the finishing.
Oh, you're okay. I'm sorry. It didn't connect.
All good.
Oh, you actually took those scraps and used them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I've done a pretty good job.
I'll take an extra look at it to finish it up.
I won't ask too much about Bobo. I guess I will just see for myself.
I can try to maybe see if I can get in without being maybe hooked up, or try to get us in. I know what I can do, but
So I guess we need to decide how we're entering, because we have V, who can break us in. We have
I
Gabe,
can
who
break
can
us in,
potentially
too.
just get us passes in. I think if we do it officially, it's less risk, right? So you might as well take a look at it, Gabe, see how many passes you could get us.
Well, that's the thing. There might be less risk when it comes from like the authority standpoint, but there's less risk if we just go in and no one can see us because
Okay.
everybody's hooked up to the Vita.
we can.
And besides, what we're looking for isn't in Vita. It's in the real world. So if we just go in going ghost, I guess that's what they say, right? Going
Make
ghost.
good points.
We could do
No
a
one can
common-
see us, and we're stealthed.
We could do a
from
combination
everybody
of both.
Yeah, or that
No.
too.
I can see if I can get in officially outside the character. Talk to Phoebe. I got her number. So
I mean, didn't you guys? I mean, I could tell the subtext of the conversation, but didn't you guys have a little bit of a falling out last time?
maybe, but I think I know her secret. I think if anyone could get a conversation.
Out of character, I can see Gabe asking, "Hey, Raph, can I borrow that cologne for a second?"
No, remember, Gabe said he has a couple extra.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
like-
That's amazing. That is amazing.
and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I can go and talk to her while some of you guys sneak in.
Okay. Kind of similar to what we did last time. I think the
Yeah.
sneaking in is the more interesting and probably better option.
But we
So
gotta
let's go
talk
with
to.
that.
But we gotta talk to Abe.
Oh yeah, by the way, Gabe, I promised V this much money to break us in.
We better use her if we're paying. If we're paying that.
Worth every penny, I'm sure. Couple of notes. Harp, this is just for like your notes for
Yeah.
next session.
Yeah.
I'm writing Apple do another message
Yeah.
that just says, Forrest's grandfather died. Definitely in a rough spot. Just want you to know. Also, what can you tell me about Dr. Kemper?
Okay.
Second thing is, I do want to listen to the recordings of Dr. Kemper for today as well, eventually, once it gets to night.
Yeah.
I wanted to connect mentally with him real quick.
You
and
can
just-
do that because he can't, but you can. You can. Yes. Go ahead.
I just want to make sure you're really okay.
To be quite honest, Forrest, I feel everything about this feels so unfair. My entire life, I've been trying so hard to escape from my past, but it seems like my past keeps catching up with me. Yes, a lot of people, I talked to Ariel about this, but I think I can give you a little bit more context, just so you understand. In general, yes, people don't trust me because I'm a mentalist and because of the type of person that I am, to put it lightly. Those are already double whammies. But the big reason why I suspect people are very hesitant to trust me is because of my origins, mostly because of my father and who my father was. My father, he claimed that he could see into the future. I think that's where I got my gift from. He could sense, allegedly, that he could feel who the most dangerous people were around him. The problem was, he could only sense this while they were still children. Children younger than the age of 12, or so he claimed. I heard he killed over 40 people. Some of them were only infants. He was never actually caught. They found him eventually in his hideaway, had an aneurysm or something. I suppose karma finally caught up with him. They called him the four-sided killer. And that in and of itself was enough for me to try to leave associations of my familial ties and just try to carve my own destiny. But it just seems like it's just keeps coming back and catching up with me. So I appreciate everything that you're doing for me.
I don't feel like I'm doing enough.
Like I said, hopefully I'll have bail and then help you with this problem. And if we can prove there is some other entity out there powerful enough to control minds, maybe that'll help explain, that'll help prove my innocence. I'm not the only mentalist here.
No,
I'm
you're
not the
not.
only suspect.
Obviously.
Obviously.
One more thing. Did you know my grandfather, Nathaniel Bosk? He owned a horse ranch off the...
I knew of the ranch. I knew of your grandfather, but I can't say I ever personally met him or had a conversation.
Do I believe him?
Yeah, you do.
All right. Well, sorry for throwing this on to you. You're the only person we can kind of come to with this information. That will also believe us and knows what to do.
Of course.
We'll try to help you out as much as possible. Hopefully you'll be there for our next concert, too. If everything goes well, at least.
Okay.
Take care.
I will talk to you soon, Forrest. Thank you for the visit. I hope that for all of our sakes, we can get to the bottom of this mystery.
For all of our sakes.
And with that, you can leave. And I think that's the final reveal. I will leave before we end it. The end for the now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
All done.
All done.
Oh boy.
Done.
Oh, wow.
Stoll 95. New Divine Fragrance by Gabrielle.